Hi everybody, Heather Coleman here. My website, heatherlcoleman.com. Intuitive medium, Reiki practitioner, spiritual guide, demonologist, yoga instructor. So here we are today. We're already into the third week of January. I'm just still processing this because this reading is going to be for, let's see. I'm also processing the fact that I'm onto a virtual calendar only, not a written calendar. We are on to the week here of January 15th through 21st, Monday through Sunday. Can you believe it? January 15th through the 21st, third week of January. How did that even happen? Don't even ask me. We have 3 cards this week from our Angel Wisdom Tarot deck by author Radley Valentine, Angel Wisdom Tarot, that I have pre-selected. So I'm going to not give you an order for these today. We'll do things a little bit differently. We'll shake things up. What I'm going to do is simply show you these cards. Now, if you want to mentally assign a number or a letter or just a place in your mind, middle card or left card for yourself, see where you're drawn the most. And something to think about with this is that it's certainly possible that you'll be drawn more to one card than any. It's possible that you'll feel equally drawn to all 3. I think what's most likely this week for most people is you're going to be drawn to 2 of them, maybe more strongly to one than the other, but probably there's going to be 2 that are really going to be calling out to you this week. So just giving you a little time to feel into that here. In fact, I am going to continue to hold these up while I share a few more things, just in general, things that are going on. So for the year of 2024, and I love how like my guide Linnaeus just started piping up here. I'm like, he's like, Heather, let's announce the plans that you haven't made that we up here have made for you. I'm like, okay, why not? Yeah, sounds good. That's just how I live my life. It's great when you live your life just like guided by spirit. You're just like, I'm one for the ride. Spirit's at the wheel. So our plans, so they're not just my plans, it's our plans for the year 2024. My circles are going to be virtual only. So through Zoom from the comfort of your own home or comfortable space. And they're going to be every 3 months. So January 12th, and I believe you'll be seeing this video after that fact, we'll have April. So they'll be quarterly. January, April, July, October. I think I did that right. Maybe it's September. But they're quarterly. They're every 3 months. I can figure this out. April, June, July. No. May, June, July, October. That's correct. October. You know what's going to be interesting? And I say it's really interesting because I didn't know this until the guides just started telling me this right now. 2025, I'm going to be running more circles. So there's a reason that the guides, and I was totally on board, wanted to do things that way. It's to help you remember you are so not in control of all the things you think you're in control of. Sometimes that's kind of difficult to accept. I get you. I feel you. Why do I feel like some of you are having a lot of trouble with that this week? This year? This decade? Damn it. We are just not in control of all the darn things we think we are. With that in mind, let's talk about this first stupid card. And I say that because personally it's not one of my favorite cards. But I don't draw this card often, that being said. Those of you that know tarot are going to have probably a similar reaction. That stupid 3 of Swords. And the reason I say stupid, I'm being a little facetious here. It's just that, generally speaking, this points to some sort of a betrayal, a heartbreak, potentially a love triangle, but not the kind you want. The kind of love triangle most people want, I am blessed to finally have, is I have 2 teenagers. Dad is just out of the picture, and we're actually really harmonious. We actually do get along. We didn't always. We had some rough times, but me and my 2 kids, the 3 of us, are a strong family, and we love each other. We support each other. The relationship between each of us and the other. So every side of that triangle is really strong at this point. That's the kind of love triangle you want, is like between family or between friends. Unfortunately, this stupid card, when it's upright, is usually pointing to fill in the blank. Past, present, or future betrayal of some kind. When I found myself drawing this card often, it is when I was processing the fact that my former husband had cheated on me a lot. Card number 1, people. Yep. Okay. But the work this week for you, card number 1, people. What are you learning from this? Whoever has done you wrong, whoever has betrayed you, what are you learning from this? What are you learning from this? If you don't know, it's time to meditate. It's time to meditate. Yeah. So being there for those in need. Being there for those in need. A lot of times when we go through such horrible heartbreak, we are then better able to empathize and understand what others are going through. Please know that what you're going through, card number 1, people, what you're learning from it is going to allow you to better help other people avoid the same sort of thing, heal faster from it. So you're going to be able to pay it forward. Here's the great thing about paying it forward. It will eventually come back around to you, but forward. So rather than coming back to you, you're learning this, card number 1, people. Rather than put out kindness, not knowing whether or not people deserve it, you're paying kindness forward, and eventually it's coming back to you, and you're starting to see this, right? Because you're beginning to put yourself first. Am I right, card number 1, people? Let me know if I am correct about this. You're starting to put yourself first and put self-love first, and then you notice all of a sudden the universe is showing up for you. Like situations are just turning in your favor. Strangers or new people are just doing you a good turn, just pleasantly, unexpectedly, right? Because you actually are putting yourself first. So this sometimes is the lesson when you accidentally marry a sociopath, like I did. You learn self-love. You learn boundaries, and by saying, hey, it's okay at times to put myself first, that's the energy that the universe begins to match, because the energy you're putting out is what you attract, and you start attracting better. So excellent job, card number 1, people, and keep working on this. Maybe you're hearing me say this and you say, gosh, I don't know if I'm really that good at self-love and self-care. Well, number 1, give yourself more credit. And number 2, ask yourself how you can deepen even more into self-love and self-care. Because the more you do that, the more you are a ripple, you are a wave, an infinite wave of love, giving more out to those who need your love. Being there for those in need. Excellent job, card number 1, people. Card number 1, people. Okay, let's move on to card number 2 here. Also, just for those of you that might, for some reason, just be kind of tuning in, Angel Wisdom Tarot, Rodley Valentine, one of my favorite, if not my top favorite author. Positive card here, 10 of Pentacles. The message with card number 2 is, if you are missing the feeling of community and connection and or family, could be one or the other or both, that's going to be coming along back into your life. If we look at this image, we've got people of all ages just having fun together. Abundance. We've got someone who is expecting a baby, so the family's going to be growing. You know, it looks like we've got maybe some grandparents over here, a couple of parents, children. And this almost looks like a column or water tower to me, but the pentacles signify money. So the family has plenty of money for whatever they need. If you've been feeling like this sort of support, collaboration, and financial abundance has been missing, card number 2, people, just know that 2024 is the pivotal year for you, that this begins to change, that your financial difficulties begin to actually really reverse, like really reverse once and for all. And that feeling of isolation from others and not feeling as if you have a large community or family, that begins to change this year. So you're actually going to have your upright 10 of Pentacles. You know, this is a very interesting reading, and at times, not always, but sometimes the guides will have me explain to you what these cards have meant for me to kind of help you see one way that these could apply to potentially to your situation. I had shared that years ago would draw this card. It was just letting me know that I was healing from betrayal and that rejection from my marriage. I used to, those are my guinea pigs, wee wee wee, all the way home, 3 little piggies. I used to draw this card reverse to say, this was years ago, early on in my divorce. This card used to be telling me, let go for now of this idea that you can expect to have big family around you. It just isn't the way your life is right now. But drawing this card upright, let's say I did, and I hope to, I hope that I do draw this card. If I draw this upright as it is this week, what I could take to mean from that is I'm going to begin to have this nice feeling, the way these people feel. People around, fun, connection, plenty of money. So here's hoping Heather draws that card soon. Now, moving on to card number 3. Very interesting message. Now, the traditional 9 of Wands tells us to stand firm in our beliefs and what we've built. I'm drawn to this, and couldn't make this stuff up if I tried, with my little guinea pigs going wee wee wee. Animal rights, animal rights. Card number 3, people, if you love animals, you're gonna start getting what I got going here. I got a zoo going. Not a zoo, 2 cats, a snake, and 3 guinea pigs. Rafi, you have food for the guinea pigs, don't you? Because as soon as you open the fridge, they went nuts. That's my son. Anyway, what were we saying? Just know, card number 3, people, that you're going to be able to protect what you've built and maintain what you've built. And music. So this may look like a shield, but in terms of today's reading, this is a gong. And these are sticks to play music, and they all have a different note. So card number 3, people, when you look at your life, there are 9 different ways that you touch people and yourself, all in very different ways. Ask yourself what those musical notes are. Your life is a long, ongoing song, or a Broadway musical, if you like Broadway musicals. Ask yourself, what are the ways that you touch people with the multiple musical notes that you create, uniquely you? Protecting what you have created. My feel this week with this card is that you don't have to fight too hard to protect what you've created. You just need to ground yourself in the assurance that you're good. You're good. You've got this. Finally, never give up. So if there's something that you have been working on for quite some time, keep working at it. Don't worry about the outcome. Let go of the results and trust in the process. That message was just coming through a little while ago for me, trusting in the process. Even if the process of your life seems very convoluted and a lot of side steps, a lot of unexpected things, a lot of delays, there is a bigger picture. There is a bigger picture. Deep down, you know that, or you wouldn't be here. A lot of times people who have a very deep faith in their source of faith, whether that's God or whoever that is, Jesus, whoever that might be for you, Yahweh, Krishna, whatever. A lot of times people who really do have a large faith are the ones who are being most tested, who are the most doubtful about God, angry at God, just at their wit's end. And they come and get the reading because sometimes all we really need is just a little glimpse, little sliver of a glimpse into where we really fit into that much, much bigger cosmic puzzle, which is perfectly orchestrated. We can't see all of it in this state, but hopefully readings help us to just briefly, even if it's just briefly, begin to remember how infinite and perfect we are. Because we are all a sliver of light shooting off of source. And here's the thing, directly, and this is where it is, your heart chakra, you have an unlimited well of connection to source, light, love, energy. This is one way to tap into it if you're having any trouble. Just tap just below those collarbones, right on your heart chakra. Actually, I love I've got chills because I didn't realize this was divinely orchestrated too, that I'm wearing green just above the heart chakra. So there we go. There we go. I hope this reading is helpful for you this week. My website is heatherlcoleman.com. If you have any questions at all about me, about how maybe I can help you on your journey where you are right now, please don't hesitate to message me through the website. Contact information's there. YouTube channel, subscribe. And I hope that this gives you whatever it is that you need right now. Namaste.